Do you want to save some money this year and grow your own container plants from seed? And this video is for you. I'll show you a very easy, beginner-friendly container recipe to grow from seed in the next 2 to 3 weeks in a zone 6 still. So there's still plenty of time when you start seeing this video to get the seeds and start growing and enjoy those plants in your containers all summer long. So let's get going. I'm Steffi, I'm a home gardener here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, and just love to take you along for the ride. So welcome to my channel. So the story began last year when I wanted to challenge myself to grow also my container plants from seed just for fun and games. And I knew I was traveling so much that I missed the peak nursery times to get like the really pretty plants. So I just wanted to see if I can go ahead and grow them myself. And I started with geraniums, and that was so much fun. And it was so easy to do as well. So that is something what we'll keep going this year. And I enhanced the setup a little bit. What is a container setup I'm growing the plants for? It's a larger container setup. So the smallest one is 13 inches wide by 12 inches tall. The medium sized one is like 15 inches by 14 inches. And then the big one is even taller and is a square. So I think it's like 14 inches by 18 or something. So that's a large box. So it's not small containers, so keep that in mind when you make your own plan or craft your own plan after that. But I always love like cohesion in my container design. So I keep usually 1 or 2 main colors plus a little bit of like a green or foliage accent for the containers to make them really look like one big cohesion display in the end. So in my container setup for this year are 3 main plants which are super easy to grow from seed. You can all start them at the same time as well, and they will just do fine. So the 3 type of plants I picked for my containers, and we'll go through the exact varieties in a second, are geraniums, dwarf zinnias, and basil. If you know me just a little bit, you know I'm a huge basil lover, culinary and ornamental, because I think they just provide such a beautiful accent. They come in nice colors, they smell good. It's perfect package in my opinion. Zinnias are super easy to grow, and this is actually a new variety to me, which we're going to talk about. And then geraniums, I did it last year. So this year's color scheme, surprise, surprise, is white and pink, because it's just my favorite colors to look at. Is what I'm always drawn to in my landscape and for my cut flowers too. So I just enjoy this color combo with some green and red foliage accents. So let me start with the geraniums. So I have here 3 varieties. One is the Maverick Star. This is a really nice upright pink variety or pink and white variety from the geraniums. Grows super easy, very nice. Then we have the Maverick White geranium, so the same variety just in white, and that one just was a beautiful white accent. Looked also great with white blooms. They sometimes quickly look dirty if they get rained on, so I didn't have that with that one. I always thought that looked great. And then I have one trailing one. This is the Tornado Bicolor Duet Ivy geranium, which like is the drooping effect in the container. So those are the geraniums. And then as a centerpiece, we have a very cool variety, which I discovered last year from Steph from the Hooked and Rooted Garden. She used that one as like a border plant, like a low border for one of her landscaping beds. And I thought it was so beautiful and thought that size will be gorgeous and great as a centerpiece in a larger container as well. So that's where where I got the seed then. And this is the Double Sahara Raspberry Ripple from Johnny's Seeds. And yeah, I'm super excited to grow this one with this like pink white accent. It's totally my jam. I'm so excited. But if like the white and pink color scheme is not your gem, go check out the different color varieties for the geraniums and also for this dwarf Sahara variety, because you can find those ones also in different colors, like with the red and orange area. I saw them in yellow, and they have even one which is like a very bright colored mix. So if you go look out there, you will find some other color variations as well. I like my pink and white, so we'll stick with that. And then last but not least, we're going to have some foliage accent like in the back of the arrangements or in the containers. And those are actually two varieties of basil which I grew last year for the first time and love them, how they look like. So one is the Aromato basil from Johnny's. This was actually my first red or brownish or like dark leaf colored basil variety, which grew well for me. I've tried a bunch of other ones in the previous years and it never worked out, but this one grew wonderfully for me, and it had those deep like purpley seed heads at the end, and I really, really enjoyed that one. And then the other one, which I liked very much, and I got those seeds from Pine Tree, this is the cinnamon or Mexican basil, which is a green leaved basil, but it has a dark brown or red accent seed stock, so that mixes like all the colors then really, really well together. So I'm so excited to see this coming together. In my setup, I will probably have like all the plants in the middle container because it's the largest one. So the zinnia in the middle, one of each basil behind, and then one of each geranium in the front and the trailing one in the middle, right? You know probably this concept like the thriller, the filler and the spiller. We'll follow this kind of design concept through those containers as well. And then from the outside in, I will see how I will arrange it, because I actually I'm in the process of replacing those containers because they are now the third year in a row and they just look, they didn't weather it well. So we'll see when I get the new containers how I'll place them, but I'll have similar size containers, probably replacing them, which will hopefully weather better in our New England weather. Yes, it's harsh, and yes, it's not easy on the material, and yes, I'm lazy and don't do anything with my containers, but they got to live through that neglect. So we'll see, but in the end, from the moment you have the plans, you can really then organize and orchestrate them in a coherent setup. And I'm so excited to see that come together because I'm very sure that it's going to be gorgeous. And when we just think about how much we can save now, like those are 6 seed packets, right? Let's just be easy on the math and say each seed packet was $5. A couple ones were cheaper, a couple ones were more expensive. So I think $5 is a reasonable expense. So this brings us to $30. And the plants, like the number of plants I put into those 5 containers were always like 19 plants. Keep in mind, those were sizable containers. And I don't pack them as full as Laura from Garden Answers. But for that size of containers, you need some plants. So approximately 19 plants. And last year, the regular price in our area here for one annual, like a Super Tunia or something like that, was like $8. So that brings you for that container setup to $152. If we also like just calculate, like let's just say $20 for like soil ingredients, which I have here anyway because I'm seed starting anything, but I want to be cautious of that calculation to make it more realistic. Let's just say we put $20 on top for the materials in which we grow. Then we come up to like $50 expenses to have a gorgeous, gorgeous container setup. And of course, there are plenty more seeds in here which you can use for the next season, for more containers, etc. So I think this is a really great way to save you some money this year. We know with the challenges in the economy, saving money where we can. If you feel inspired and go ahead and create your own containers here from seed, let me know what combo you end up doing to see if I get some inspiration from you for next year. But yeah, I hope this video is interesting for you. Otherwise, subscribe and watch another video. Thank you.